Show. What's next? So yeah, we can use Docker for in production. I wonder if we could even like provide some scripts for that. And okay. Okay. It wants to use a database URL. I don't really want to replicate the config between the application and this tool. Does it have to use that? Okay. What am I looking for? I want for... Let's look at the database client and see what that says about using a database URL. Because I'm doing something like this, where I've got like explicitly host and database, etc. And behind the scenes, it reads from the default Postgres environment variables, which is great because I in my shell just say like, oh, yeah, I'll show you. How do I switch to that? Here you go. Look, I don't know what all this rubbish is, but ignore that. Just focus on these three. I always set like the host, the user, and the password, and then you can just rely on all tools to use those. But if this one doesn't do that, that's a bit annoying. So I could switch over to something about URL config. Pass a database URL into configuration that can use to start a pool. Nice. That sounds great. Maybe that's the first thing we do. We switch over to having the URL. Hey, it's Willy Boar. Hello. Hello, Gleamlins. Arc browser is really nice if you haven't tried it yet. Is that the one that's made by the homophobe? Arc browser. No, I'm thinking of Brave, aren't I? I've not tried Arc. Does it work on Linux? There's no mention of Linux. Oh, I forgot to click off. Sorry. Ta-da! Here we go. Now I search for Linux, and there's no mention of Linux, which means I can't use it. Boo. Not that I'm actually using a Linux desktop environment at the moment, but it would really suck to get really attached to a tool that I can't use on anything else. I like to try and design my everything so that I can just drop any piece of it. So, for example, yeah, like if I use my own email client, I can just switch to a different email provider. That's fine. But if I'm using Google, then I have to use Google. That sucks. So did I not have this up? I can't remember what I was showing you. Gosh, I'm very good at the streaming thing. Hello, welcome. Good. Okay, so let's make the database use this. The application use this rather. Show. Okay. So let's say that it's definitely set. I don't remember if it's get. I'm going to assume it's get. Database URL is what I think they called it. And then we're going to assert that it is the appropriate format. No, not envoy. It's PGO. No, it's not. It's called URL config. And then, do you think, can you set the pool size in a Postgres database URL? Oh, excuse me. Looks like you might be able to. I don't know. Maybe not. Where's the docs for this thing, eh? Okay, so param spec. What's a param spec? Oops. Param spec is name value. Okay, but what names can you use? Aha. Host. A URL already has a host. How does that work? Okay. Oh, that's the one we saw in the example, right? Wherever that was. Was it here? Oops. Was it here? SSL mode. Okay, yeah, there we go. Name. Absolute beautiful. Oh wow, have I just got a spammer in Twitch? I want to offer you promotion of things. How do I ban someone? Help, someone who knows how Twitch works. How do I ban that person? Circle icon. I didn't see a circle icon. No. Sounds like a sick deal, Haley. Wait, slash commands. Let's do that. Ban. Spec. Yeah, spam. Boom. Bye. Ooh, I feel powerful. Yeah, we spent all the money on GitHub stars. Hey, welcome, John. Yeah, we're doing good. Oh, and welcome, Denny, over in YouTube. I'm abusing my power as a Twitch stream admin moderator thing, and giggling at Kirk's. Okay, I didn't see anything about pool in here. So let's explicitly set the pool size. So we've already got that. Yep. So that means we're going to need to have a. Oh, I'm going to have to show my end like it. Oh, sorry everyone, I did it again. I'm so incompetent. I didn't switch over again. All I did was change. Actually, let's just do it again. There we go. Pretend nothing happened. Pop the config in here rather than the default one because we've just loaded one, and then we just set the pool size like that. I'm not entirely sure that is actually what we want, but that'd be good enough to start, eh? And oh, envoy hasn't been. Is that true? Yes. So let's add envoy, our little environment and variables library. And restart the language server. I should add that language server thing. I should make the language server actually understand when you've added a new dependency outside of VS Code. I've been wondering if stream programming would make me more productive, as I can't procrastinate if someone was watching. On the other hand, I lose the ability to type. Yeah, I find I'm like dramatically less productive when I'm streaming. It's fun, and I think it's a nice, it's it's a nice space for interacting with the community, and I think there's a bunch of people who aren't in the Discord who might enjoy this that they would do otherwise. But no, I get absolutely nothing done on stream. Absolutely nothing. Look, I'm just here chatting about absolute nonsense. So it says it's going to be a .env file. .env. And I'm assuming you quote things? How does it work? How does .env work? Does this tell me? Okay, let's just copy exactly this. I'm assuming that's the right name. I can't remember what I called the database previously. Wisp starter kit. Let's make a test database URL as well. Oh, I put a G in there, and we can say, thanks for making me feel like shit, asshole. Oh wait, I can't say that on YouTube. Close your ears. I don't know. Haley thinks I am being productive on stream, but I always look at the stuff that Haley does, and it's always very impressive. So I just bosh out loads of kind of shoddy code and hope for the best. Quantity over quality. That's what I say. I will comment these later. I'll tell you what I do want. I want to make a like .env.example. Oh no. No. Do I need to put the password in here? Cool. Let's just see if that works. No. Oh, because I didn't load the thing. So I'll teach the application how to do it later, but for now I just use my little .env program. Didn't work. Why didn't it work? Which one didn't work? Line 39. Really? Is that not a valid database URL? What am I not understanding about PGO? URL config. I love that I've not written any docs here. Awesome work, Louis. Okay. Which one do you think it's? User info. So it's got to have a user info, which is the bit before the colon, saying what the username is, I think. It's got to have a host, it's got to have a port. It should have a path. Oh, I'm not using query parameters there. Wow, that sucks. Okay, and then, gosh, I could really make this dramatically better, couldn't I? I'm glad the error returns nil, says Haley. Yeah, I know, right? I wish I just put more thought into it. Yeah, maybe this is what we do. Maybe we improve this URL parsing thing. That would be useful. And oh look, it looks like I'm mandating that the password is also in there. I don't think we do that. So let's go look at the here. So this is the user info, right? Let's clear this. So, okay, so can I, how do I, come on, Vim. I'll just use mouse, there we go. So that's the user info, right? And it's trying to split that to get the password out because it thinks it should be like that. Yeah. Why do it has quotes when you echo it? I'm guessing that's Fish putting quotes around it because it has a question mark in it. I think a question mark does something in Fish, like. Yeah, no marker matches for 1, 2. I think that might be like the E is. I don't know. Oh, that opened my browser. Okay, so question mark can match any character except for a slash. So yeah, it's escaping. It's doing it to stop the question mark from doing something. So what do we do? Do we improve PGO? It's like this. It seemed kind of rubbish that it does it this way, to be honest. Yeah, let's. Oh, I've spilled water everywhere. Let's improve PGO. Not PGO itself, but like the bindings to PGO that I've made. Pretty sure if you echo it, it should return it verbatim. I mean, it is though, right? Oh no. Oh yes, you're right. It's because it's probably that my .env thing doesn't support quotes. Let's find out. So what, like, which .env? Where does .env live then? I guess that's an alias or function, or how do I find this? Maybe it's okay, so nope. Subversion. Wow, I have Subversion installed. Config .env. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look. So huh. What does this do? Oh wow. If I just write .env by itself, does it huh. That's interesting. So I could do let's test that actually. That's really interesting. So let's go back to the kit. If I echo database URL, there's nothing there. And then if I say .env, oh wow, I made it do that and I had no idea. So like, do you think this is there actually a specific file format that this .env thing uses? Like, is it supposed to trim quotes or is it not supposed to trim quotes? Let's look at a library that does it. Like .env. Let's look at both of these. So this one, they're the same package? Are they? Oh. Oh, so they are. Oh yeah, oh I see. So what if we just do env dot underscore env? Let's look at that one. Oh, and Glenvy. Okay, so Envoy is a nice one. That's my one. I made that. It doesn't do .env stuff though. So .env, it finds a file. There's a parser somewhere. Oh, it uses nibble. Okay. Key parser, value parser. I don't know what that means. Oh, so we need to look at the Lexa. That's what we need to do. Seems a bit complicated for a thing that he's like, Envoy is a nice one. And then I'm like, I made it. And then he's like, no, never mind, it's shit. Am I allowed to swear on Twitch? Is that how it works? So I don't know. It feels like a lot of code for parsing. Like I would just split on. It's like split new line, filter comments, filter blank lines, split on equal sign. Yeah, it's nibble. It's nibble. Okay, so oh, you're allowed to have the word export in it as well? Is that true? Lexa string is what is Lexa? That's from nibble. So I'm guessing the string function will Lexa string that starts with one of those. So this one supports quotes. This one supports quotes. Cool. Okay. And this one has a bunch. This one has FFI. To get environment variables. Okay. There's no spec for M format. It's a complete mess. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Because I always used to just write a file that looked like you know. I'll just write that, and then I would just source it, and then everyone started giving me files like that, and I was like, oh, but then you can't source it, so now I need to write some code that does things, which really annoyed me, and then I ended up with this thing. Move quotes from string. Go on Copilot. Oh, I don't have Copilot installed. Oh no. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just ignore this. Like, I don't know how to write fish. As a totally impartial observer, I suggest installing Elixir and using .env parser every time. I don't want. Well, I am going to depend on Elixir for this project to start for hashing, but I don't want it to depend on for password hashing. I don't want to depend on Elixir for something as trivial as parsing like a very small string. It's library dependent if envar should have quoted strings or not. God, this sucks. Can we just at some point agree what formats things are meant to be? It's like CSV all over again, but worse. Okay, let's assume it looks like the DB Mate, that's how we're pronouncing Debmate. They're using quotes. So let's use quotes. Or let's support quotes. Gosh, this is so annoying. Okay, so this one passes. Where is the actual entry point to this program? How do you run it? .env. So load from. What does find do? Find. It tries to. Okay, so this one, if we use this one in production, we would need to wrap it to not crash if the end file isn't there, because the end file's not going to exist in production. That's annoying. So we won't use that one. This is the same one. So what does this one do? Config. It doesn't. Who knows what it returns? Returns a mystery value. Should have made these, you know, mandatory, really, shouldn't we? Oh wow, this one doesn't even return This one doesn't even return anything. This one just crashes. That sucks. Okay, so let's not use that one. Sorry, I'm being very rude. I apologize. And load .env load. Okay. And it's slightly confusing. Load and return error. Okay, this one prints to standard error. I would much rather it logged, but that's the best of the three we've seen so far. It's also, the API is a bit verbose as well, because you've got to specify this ops thing. Yeah, maybe we just open an issue. Or not. We'll do it later. Cool. Okay, so let's use this one, which is called which one was this? ._env. Really? Oh yes, okay. Boom. Bye bye fish. Gleam add .env. Nice. This is the wrong window. I want this one. Yeah. So, oh look, I can show you the completion. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, with the auto-completing modules. How exciting! Although this is saying, how do I turn this off? This thing. These are internal modules. They are not supposed to be completed. Oops. We'll fix that at some point. Does it return anything? It returns nil. Nice. That way around. So this one I've already run. I've already loaded. Oops. Let's not go with that. Let's go with this. Okay, so nothing's loaded. Open it. Good. And so this should work because it should. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. Oh, no, I'm not. Why is that opened my terminal in the wrong place? Maybe I need to open a file first. I don't really understand any of it. And now it's opening a different place. I don't understand NeoVim or LazyVim or whatever it is. Why is it failing? Oh, this is the original reason why it was failing, because it was it wants us to have the password in it as well. Oh, it's done it again. Why does it do that? Nice. Nice. Okay, so that works. I want to write a blog post about how Gleam replaces all of Elixir since we have our own live view. You're going to start a fight. Oh, yeah, I probably did put a typo in the end file. This is great. I don't need Copilot because I've got human beings doing it for me. Oh, you're right. There you go. It would be cool if you could just no, never mind. I'm overthinking it. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if you could share, if you could build test database URL from database URL. Wow, how would that work? But no, we don't need to do that. Or maybe we could. No, because this isn't a shell script. You can't interpolate things, can you? I was gonna interpolate and add test on the end, but no, that's a really dreadful idea. So we've got a .env, right? Did we say that in here? Read config from environment. Nice. So setup. I keep pausing for Copilot to do something. No. Postgres. Perfectly same thing to type. Yeah, you're right. How could it be even worse? So if we were running this inside a Docker container, we would probably call the host also Postgres. And then we should just use the Postgres database. That's probably the way to do it. So Postgres at Postgres. There we go. Show. Is it rude to recommend Vim? Does that confuse people? Oh, maybe I could commit now. Yeah. Oh, look, it's adding some unrelated stuff. That's my editor. I mean, I probably don't actually need envoy if I'm using .env, but I think that also has its own way of reading environment variables. Oh, my prints. Let's not do that. Boom. Good thing I looked, eh? Nice. How do you commit like this? Okay, read Erlang land is let it crash, isn't it? Yeah, that's a thing we like to say. Though I feel like it doesn't really explain the nuance of that strategy very well. Load from env. Oh, I can also add a secret key. Amazing. What's a good way to generate a secret key? Oh, you know what'd be really cool? If Gleam Crypto had a thing for that. Like Gleam Crypto could have a main function that generates a secret for you. That would be really nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me a secret key in Twitch chat. I will 100% use that. So what did I said it was called secret key. Oh, look, Wisp can do it. Wisp has got a random string thing. Interesting. Maybe Wisp could also do it? Anyway. Oh, I really want to make that. I really want to make a key generator now. That sounds really cool. What did I say it's called? Secret key base. Amazing. Look at us. Oh, so secure. Secure. Hi. Hey. Thanks for coming. What can you do with the Gleam programming language? Anything really. You know, anything you might do with Elixir, or I don't know. A lot of things you do with Python and JavaScript and all sorts of things. It's just a general purpose programming language. It's very popular for web stuff. It's very good for networked stuff. But you can do all sorts with it, really. You're not likely to write big fancy AAA video game with it, though. You could probably write lots of little ones. There's my secret key base. Fantastic. We should have some sort of like end helper, I think, in Wisp, where it will it can like I don't know. What's the best way to load environment? Do I just have lots of assertions like this? Key base. Oh, excuse me. Look at that. How lovely is that? I think these asserts are fine. Yeah, I think they're good, but it would be nice if it had a better error message. Yeah, it would be nice if, like, I don't know, let's see what happens if we don't have one of those. Pop. It's just not, it's not good enough. Like, I really want it to say, you were missing this environment variable. That would be cool. So we'll improve that in some way. I'm not sure whose job it is to improve that. What if we just do something like this? But okay, so it's a bit of a bummer we get a weird Erlang formatted exception instead of a nice Gleam printed one. I mean, we could do that. And I probably will make Gleam do that at some point in the near future. But the problem is not like the format, the way the exception's been printed. The problem is that it doesn't say anything about environment variables here. And it doesn't say the name of the environment variable. What about we add preconditions and postconditions in functions to Gleam? I don't know why would we do that? Come on, sell it to me. Hey newbie, do you want to come up and say hi to everybody? I mean, yeah, maybe this isn't the right thing. Maybe what we want is to have like reasons, and we just like blah. I don't know. We'll worry about it later. There's lots of things to improve. If it was the Gleam one, we could show the context for lines for code file. We could possibly do that. That's a lot of code to add to every single program though, because it's a runtime behavior, not a compile time one. I guess yeah, I suppose we could. It wouldn't be too much code to like read. No, but we don't even know what the source is, because like this is like the source code may not even exist on the machine by this point. Like if in production you've how can we do this? Yeah, we could probably like show the location of the file when it was compiled. Hey newbie. Hey little complainy boy. Come here. Whoa. Hey trouble. Go on, make a noise at the microphone, they'll love it. Yeah. Can you see that? No, okay. Meow. Meow. Come here. Come here. He's complaining. Stop that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, like, we definitely want to improve this error message. This sucks. I think one of the things we'll do in the near future is like, because at the moment we just call like the Erlang display function. We could have a special case for like Gleam errors, and we can print them in some nice way. Isn't that right, newbie? No. He does not look happy. Complaining. Yeah, but it's good enough for now. So, I forgot what I was doing because there was a cat. What are you doing? We've got .env working. I complained about the exceptions. I think that's probably it. Let's try and make some database migrations. What have we done here? Oh wow, I've committed my env file. So let's move that out of the repo. And then add gosh, what a rookie mistake. And then move that back. So let's try and work out this dbmate thing, shall we? And how do we do that? So, how do you get started? Let's just make sure I've reset the databases. What did I call this? I called this Wisp starter kit. Fantastic. I just want like a quick start. Installation commands, usage, connecting, creating migrations. Okay. Create a new migration file. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool command. So I think we just want to do this up thing, but we want to be able to set the environment variable differently each time. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Let's go. Show dbmate up. Did it make the database though? Yes. And then oh, thought it was E. Oh, the screen is still the browser. I've done really badly at this time. So I just ran the database, make command thing, and then it said, oh, there's no migrations, and it worked. And then I tried to do it again for the test, and it's complained because it doesn't know what this E thing is. So how's that meant to work? That's right, look, there's an easy. E. E. Okay. Ah, it's got to go first. Okay. Invalid URL. Oh, no. Please tell me it still uses the... Oh, no. Database... Oh, no, because it's test database URL. That's a bad error message. That should say environment variable not set, not invalid URL. Nice. Okay. And let's make a new migration. Please specify name. And it takes arguments. What arguments? Come on. Rubbish help. I mean, it's not rubbish, but like it could be improved. Do you make new hello world? Do I call it hello Joe? I do like hello Joe. Let's do it. Okay. So create table users. Wait, no, that's not how database migrations work. Oh no. Somebody help me, I've forgotten how to Postgres. Create table users. Oh, stuff it. PostgreSQL create. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. Wow, really outrageously shocking typing. Nope. 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 Yes. Yes, I want... The thing I was interested in is I want to see the example of the primary key, please. Serial. What kind is serial? Is that just an integer? Okay, let's just go for it. And I'm unapologetically lowercasing everything. I don't think there's any reason to use varchar over text anymore. Timestamp, do we care about what's best with like things like time zone? Do we just say like timestamps? Timestamp by default doesn't have a time zone, right? Is that true? Last login. time with timestamp. What does that mean? Hey newbie. He's woken up from his nap and now he's being complainy. Bye newbie. Oh, do you think this thing does seeds? That would be really cool. Should we see if it says anything about seeds? Seed. No. Okay. Oh well. Email, password, username, blah 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 blah. Let's go this password hash. That's a bit clearer, isn't it? Do we care about usernames? I think no. Let's just have emails. And then I want to automatically set that, which I think I have some code for somewhere. Oh, in fact, I think it's even in this. I think it's even in here. Here we go. Let's grab this. So this is a database trigger that will automatically update the updated at timestamp. And then how do I, here we go. Perfect. So when you update a user, oh, we've got it accounts. No, when you update a user, I want to automatically update a this field. Do I have a formatter? Code. How do I do formatting in this thing? Format. No format available. Okay, never mind then. So what do we want to do here? Drop table users. Drop function. Hell yeah, lowercase SQL forever. We've got syntax highlighting now. You don't need to uppercase anything. So how do we test this? Is it like, ooh, oh no, but now my don't like this. Is this gonna open in the right place? No, it's opening the wrong place. Why does it keep doing that? Help me. I don't know what I'm doing. What? Come on. Okay, so this is inside Gleam. There we go. And the thing I was doing was testing up the up thing. Okay. How do you see tables? Nope, not that one. Is it D? How do you see list? How do you see other functions? DF. Okay. Oh yeah. So like DT is describe table. DF is describe function. Updated at. Is that what I called it? Updated at. How do you like see the definition of it? Put PSQL view function. EF. Oh, DF plus. Gosh, I love all the super clear stuff inside Postgres. So easy to remember. That's not how you do a plus. Which buttons am I using? That one. Nice. And users. Oh. Oh no. Oh. That isn't what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to show me the schema. How do I view the SQL view table structure? Just D. Okay. Yes. Okay, that sounds sensible to me. And what was the other thing I made? Oh, the trigger, and I can see the trigger right there. Okay, cool. So what happens if we do... Oh gosh, sorry everyone. I've done it so many times today. That was really awful. Yeah, so look, table, trigger. Now I want to see that the down one works. Oh, there's a schema thing as well. Hold on, let's see what's that got it. Nothing. Nice. So nice. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a different... that's weird. But PSQL's a bit inconsistent, isn't it? Cool. Okay. I like that. I think that's working. Let's go and document it. So you're going to need to have... Oops. Sorry. Caress. I was hoping this would take me no time so I wouldn't have to switch things, but I'm typing so badly today. Postgres. QL. Hey newbie, stop scratching things. Ooh, got a reply about pre and post conditions. Clear specification of functions behavior, making the code easier to understand, test, and debug. Fail fast, catching errors early. Finally, contracts fit well with the principles of a functional programming, with functional programs such as immutability and pure functions. So what is the difference between, let's do an example. So what would be the difference between having what would be the difference between having like some kind of actual syntax in the language and just like saying x is greater than 0 and then later on having assume x is assume y is not equal to, I don't know, none. What would be the difference between having it built into the language and just doing it like that? I need like one of those little stream button things. That's probably what I should do at some point, eh? Dubmate. Oops. And the command now is that. I don't know how to like get out of insert mode in the terminal without using my mouse. I would really like to know how to do that. The difference is the specification of your function versus the implementation of it. For example, the asserts are part of the implementation and not the spec of the function. Okay, but what does that practically mean? Like what so it's quite a complicated, it's a potentially quite complicated feature. What would it enable that we can't do today using assertions? Not that that assertion syntax is valid, but that assertion syntax will be added to go with the existing let assertion syntax. Maybe next time. I don't know. I'll do that at some point. And Do 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 do. Meow. Hey newbie. Probably need to feed him in a minute. Eh? Poor little boy's never been fed. Hello, is Gleam a good choice for a first language? Yes and no. In that I think the actual language is very well suited. Very well suited. Is very well suited to being a first language. It's very small. It's very consistent. It's got very friendly error messages. It's high level. Nice. You can do lots of fun stuff with it. That's all good. However, oh, hey newbie, hello. Say hi to everybody for me, or don't, or just go over there. Okay. However, it's a relatively new language, which means you're going to get much less in the way of like tutorials and documentation, all that kind of jazz that you might find in a more that you are going to find in a more established language. Bye, newbie. Meow. 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 Can you hear him? Meow. Make a noise, newbie. Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see it on the little view meter. Yeah, so there's less material to learn from. So like you would probably need to be more proactive about getting involved in the community, which like could be good, could be bad. I don't know. It's probably going to be harder right now. In future, when we do have loads of materials, I think it'd be great. I really would love if I had loads of time and Gleam was more finished. You know, the ecosystem was mature and healthy, and you know I can just leave it alone and it ticks along because there's loads of people using it. I would love to write a book that teaches you how to code using Gleam. I think it'd be so nice. I think it'd be such a good good way to use it. Come on, complainy boy. What do you want? Is it time for lunch? Is that what's happening? Maybe I'll go feed the boy like super quickly. I could probably get away with that. Back in a second, everyone. It's me again. How exciting. Okay, while I was scooping cat food out of a thing, I realised there is some stuff I'd like to do. So, add in it. Oh, sorry everyone, I did it again. If anyone knows how to make it automatically switch to whatever my mouse cursor's on, that would be awesome. Add initial database migration. Nice. Okay, so we had that problem earlier, which meant we need a secret key base is so funny. We have that problem where we need to specify the password in here. That's rubbish. I don't want to do that. So let's not do that. My secret. Haha. You can hack my my undeployed application that has no users. What day is it? It's Friday. Oh, that's why I'm feeling so chipper. I've had a haircut. I'm looking fly. I want to go out. I want to go party. It's Friday night, you know. I always do that. What? You've just been fed. What? Is it not enough? You're getting really fat. You're getting huge. At least jump up here. That's a bit of exercise. Come on. I'm gonna give him some biscuits as well because I'm a softie. All right, back in like 20 seconds. Come on. So I'm pretty sure that my neighbour's gardeners are scamming them because okay, it's early spring. There are no leaves on the ground anywhere. And fairly consistently, they will, like, once a week have a guy come, 2 guys in fact, come around and just like walk around their garden with leaf blowers. Like, there's nothing, there's no leaves. What are they doing? They're just making like loud noises for no reason. I just don't like it because they're so loud. Like, if they were actually doing something, I wouldn't mind, but they're not. They're just looking busy. Okay, so I want to make it so that the password is optional. I mean, I want to make it so the username is optional as well. Let's do that. And no, if I do that, you won't need to know what the error is, and we can keep that being nil, and then we can see if anyone complains about that, and then we can upgrade it to something else later. So, oh no. Is this the right project? Yes. Is it? Yes, it is good. Transactions, JSON support, all the good stuff. It's like to do. Ah, that's not the file I was hoping it would be. So where's this URL config test? Good. It's like one. Okay. Everything. So this one's an error because. Ooh, the police are outside. Hey Harry, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, you've got a little crown next to your name. What does that mean? Prime Gaming. I'm not sure what that means. I can pin the message though. I'm not sure that's what I want to do. So this one is an error because there's no password. No, I don't want that to be the case. Wait, why is this one an error? Oh, not Postgres protocol. Okay. It would be nice to give a better error message than that. Like, it would be nice if it actually told you that that wasn't the Postgres protocol. That would be nice. People who have Prime get the crown. Oh, I don't use Amazon. I think they're a bit rubbish. And, like, there's very few things I need now. I need delivered in like 3 hours. No password test. And this one is an error because. Oh, because the path has a slash in it? In London, you can probably get it from a shop quicker. Jump on the tube. Maybe. London's an odd one. Like, for some things, it's very easy to get, and other things, it's not. Like, we don't have big shops because there's no space. So I don't want this to be an error anymore. I want that one to be. Oh, but is the user always required? Okay. Okay, let's make this happen. See you, Harry. Have fun. What are you complaining about now? He just likes making a fuss, that boy. So Okay. Let's split the user info on, was it a colon? I think it was a colon. And if it has just the username, let's return user and none. If it has a user and a password, let's return the two of them. Otherwise, these are meant to be wrapped in these doohickeys. Otherwise, it's an error. Found option string. Oh, okay. Hey, what we doing? I've been making a template app. So if you want to make a Gleam web app thing, service, backend, whatever, website, you can download the template and get going. I want something that's very similar to the experience of running Phoenix New. Hey newbie. Running Phoenix New or like Rails New or all that kind of jazz. But that doesn't exist yet. And in future, I think we could probably do it with generators like they do. That'd be really nice because then you can say, oh, I don't want to have the database, or I do want to do this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that'd be wicked. But I don't have the generator stuff. So for now, I'm just going to like template the whole thing out, and you can just like use a template. Can you have a template repo, and then you can just like fork the repo and then make your stuff. And then in future, we can like take that structure and add, or like make it be generated in some fashion. Good. Okay, so that's the thing we wanted to do. Make the password optional. Oops. Oh gosh, what did I just do? Wow, something just went birding. I got like a notification noise that I've never heard before. What did that come from? What? It went bud up. Oh, and I've got like 6 million tabs open, so I have no idea. Oh, it's Mastodon. That's what it is. How exciting. Good. Good. I like this. Like, one of the things I really love about making stuff, like, you know, making applications is so good. People ask, like, oh, what's a good way to help with Gleam? Make applications. January, February, March, April. Making applications is so good because we discover the things that, you know, don't work or don't work well enough or could be improved or whatever. So like today we just were like doing something extremely basic. We were like, oh wow, the Postgres database client always wants to give you a password. That kind of sucks. What's the name of the function? Yeah, so, you know, the more things we make, the more things we get to show off, but also the more problems we can find, like little edge cases where we can smooth them out. And the other nice thing is when you make a big thing, often you can extract libraries from it. So that's where Wisp came from, making a bunch of web applications, going, oh look, here's all the patterns that I worked out in making these web applications. Like, let's take those and turn them into something. Gleam syntax and keywords look remarkably similar to Rust. Is there any reason for this choice? It's not inspired by Rust. The only thing I took from Rust was pub. Everything else is not Rust. The main languages I used as a reference were JavaScript, Python, Elixir, Erlang, and a little bit of Scala. It's just meant to look familiar to people who use mainstream languages. It turns out Rust does that a bit as well. I think Rust looked very different. The only thing that really screams Rust is pub fun, but fun I actually took from Elixir, because that's Elixir's anonymous function syntax. Because I think Gleam originally had, for module level functions, you use let or def. And then we had fun because we copied Elixir for anonymous functions. But I decided to unify the two, so you have the same syntax for anonymous and module functions. And at that point, we took fun from anonymous and put them onto module ones, which looks like Rust. And then at the time, we had like export statements. So at the top of the module, you'd say we didn't say the module's called this, but like in Erlang and Haskell and things you would have. But we say like export these functions, do. And then we're like, okay, let's not do that. Let's move to more the sort of JavaScript style. Oh gosh, excuse me. Let's move to the sort of JavaScript style where you put a keyword in front of the member to say whether or not it's public or private. And I just copied Rust because I like it. Pub. It's very short. I don't know. I sort of like, if we're doing Gleam again, I think I don't know. Maybe I'll do something else. Because I think the fact that people confuse Gleam for Rust is actually a slight problem. I don't know. I think it like sets wrong expectations about what Gleam is about. Because I don't think Rust and Gleam have much in common, other than like trying to be nice and trying to have like good errors and stuff and have good tooling. Oh, but then when it came to make the tooling, I stole the tooling API, like what it prints and stuff. I stole that from Rust, like 100%. So that's a nice output. Let's copy that. URL. Oh no, I'm in the way. Okay. Can you see it? No, you can't. Even the microphone's in the way. Rubbish. I'll just read it out to you. URL config. Does not require password. Nice. And I don't want to publish on air because that would be potentially a bit risky. So I'm just gonna make a new terminal in which to publish. One moment, please, caller. Your call is important to us. All of our operatives are busy right now. Wow, I really can't type when I've got a microphone in front of me. I think I stand because I'm trying to get close to the microphone, I think. I just end up like pressing slightly wrong buttons. Nice. Okay, so I've published that. Oh, look how quickly it picks that up. Nice. Nice. Oh, I didn't set the release. Let me do that in a window where I am actually logged into. Where is that repo? It's under my name. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that that one is under my name because it it says Gleam _, which kind of implies that it's core. It's not. I don't know if it's core. It's just very old. Nice. So let's update the application. So let's start by removing the passwords from these, and then updating the dependencies. Gleam update, and that should have updated PGO. Yep, good. Oh, and Lester's got a patch as well. And if I run, does it work? No, it doesn't work. No, why? What was that, newbie? Oh, that's rubbish. Why do we think it doesn't work? Yes. And line 17 it says though. That's a different line. I think it's a different line of 17, not 16. No. Wow. Oh. Really? Line 17. Huh. Really? Have I spelled it differently? Who can see the thing that I've done wrong? Because I can't. Huh. It's not saying silly like because it's got spaces in it, has it? Oh, why does it do that? That's so annoying. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. I hate computers. They're rubbish. Okay, so this is a problem in that .env library, we think. Oh, let's see if let's make sure the dbmate thing still works. The first segment of the URL cannot contain a colon. What? First path segment of the URL cannot contain a colon. What does that mean? Have I made a mistake here? Cannot contain a colon? What's it talking about? But it does work if I put in... Oh. That's so annoying. No, dbmate is the thing. Yes, newbie. What? The first path segment in the URL cannot contain a colon. What am I missing, folks? There you go. Now you can see the error. What have I done? It doesn't contain a colon. The first path segment, yeah, cannot contain a colon. It doesn't. Let's go way back. So this is the one that used to work. Huh? I know, it's baffling, isn't it? Quotes. But it has quotes in the example, look. This is the wrong repo. This is also wrong. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Look, it says, look, it does this right here. I'm going to copy it. So I've copied that. I'll put it here. And there's only one. Wisp starter kit. What? I literally copied that from their repo. Well, okay. Yeah. There we go. That's 100% from their thing. What? What am I missing here? This worked literally seconds ago. Oops. Wow, my cat's unhappy as well. DB mate. Up. What? It does have quotes in it though. Look at it. Yeah, you're right. Look, it says. Huh. Oops. Oh, but it's still got quotes, and I've removed the quotes. Am I just editing the wrong file or something? Where's it getting that from? Oh. Okay. So let's move these things back. Okay. So we think that is correct. Let's change the name. Whoa, what was the difference? Oh gosh, okay. So ages ago, okay, this is, that's annoying. So in DBMates, if you set an environment variable, it won't read it from, yes, it won't read it from the end file. I guess that makes sense. That's annoying. And this is the terminal where I before used my .env function, and that function doesn't strip quotes. Wow, that really is so annoying. Okay. But we think we can now get rid of those. Gosh, that is so annoying. Programming is just bad. Does that still work? That still works. Does that still work? That doesn't work, but that was the problem we had where the .env library doesn't handle new lines properly. Hey, was just trying to learn about how to code and stumbled across your channel. Welcome! It's really good to have you. What sort of stuff are you learning? We're writing Gleam today, although we're mostly just getting annoyed at how shells work, like how the terminal works. Python's a good language to start with. Make lots of cool stuff with Python. My cat is very complainy today. I'm not sure what's up. I think he just wants to eat his face out. Isn't that right, newbie? Oh wow, he's looking grumpy. He's looking very grumpy. Come on, honey, come here. Come on. No, or don't. What am I committing? Upgraded PGO. So I would really like to. I'm assuming that problem we hit was with. Do you know PG Lights? I don't know PG Lights. What is PG Lights? So I think that problem that we had was from. Was it this library? Yes. Okay. Okie dokie. So does it have tests for parsing? Okay. Hey newbie, come on, come here, come on. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Okay. So let's clone this. Oh, I need to do it in my other window. Wow. Oh, honey. All right. I'm gonna give him some. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and make him happy for a second. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Bam! Hello. Yeah, he runs straight to his food bowl, so we know what the problem is. And then I'm being rude, and I ate some nuts. Delicious. Talking on stream is exhausting. So, oh yeah, I need to clone this. So let's make a fork of it in my other browser, where I am logged in. Because I ain't going to be logged into anything on stream. That's terrifying. What if I accidentally, I don't know, do something? Good, okay. Let's clone that project. It's a bit odd that it's called like .end with an underscore in one place and .end vat an underscore in another place. And I want to switch to a branch called empty lines. This one has empty lines. Why does my one fail then? What? Okay, well then I don't. That's. Oh no. I don't know what the problem is. Let's try and work it out. Oh, that auto-completion is so nice. I'm glad we've got that now. So let's see what happens if we debug print. Oh my gosh! We're being raided! Hello, everybody! How's it going? Oh, how exciting. Welcome, Roasted. Welcome, Well-Typed Witch. What a great name. What a really good name. Yo! It's the person who actually manages to write code on stream. Very impressive. I just sort of fumble around a bit. So, oh, and it opens in the right place as well. Good. Gosh, that's way too many things. Let before equals envoy dot all. How's everyone going? How did your glitch programming go? That's not what I was after. How do I subtract one dictionary from another, eh? Oh no, I don't know. There's not going to be. Oh no. Oh, there's not a function for it. I really want a difference function. That would be nice. How do I debug why this I've not been a fool, have I? Like I definitely have spelled the name right. That is the same as that, which is the same as that. And if I have no space, oops. She didn't do that. If I have no space, it works. Yes, okay. And if I don't have a space, no, sorry, if I do have a space, and it fails. Okay, so there's definitely a bug in the library, right? I got hit with wanting this feature for handling errors. Oh, that's exciting. Let's open that up in the browser. Support explicit generalization of assigned values of annotations. Yeah, that would be a thing I would like, I think. I've just sort of ignored it, haven't I? Cool. Do you think you could like add your specific example in which you would like it to this issue? That'd be really cool. SPJ said not to bother with let generalization. Yeah, so I want to not generalize by default, but if you give an annotation like that, then I want to generalize in some sensible way. We generalize for it to be we generalize, but then don't instantiate each time, which sucks. Because you can't really do anything with it. What can you do? Make the identity function? Yeah, so we do want to have we do want to explicitly have that. I don't think I'm going to implement it myself, but would it be hard to add? Newbie says no. That's what he said. You've been fed like 3 times. Always giving me angry eyes. Newbie, come here. Stop squinting at me and come hang out. If you come on stream, everyone's going to love you, and then I'm going to get loads of followers, and then I'm going to be rich. No. Come on. Wait. No? Okay. You ran away. Cats. Cats are awful. How did you learn to make a programming language? I just tried really hard for a long time. It's really hard to learn to make a language, which is really annoying. There's not many good materials. Dude, I'm streaming. Come on. I've got some really good books somewhere. I can't find them though. What? You're just being embarrassing now. He runs away. He knows I'm streaming, that's why. Come here. Look at this little terror. He's causing me problems. Play nice. Yeah, I've got there's some really good books. Like Crafting Interpreters is a fantastic one that came out recently that everyone loves. Where's Understanding Computation? I'm looking at my bookshelf right now and I can't see. Here we go. This is really good. Recommend that one as well. But oh gosh, so much dust came off of that. That was horrible. Oh dear. But otherwise, no, not much. There's just like not much good material. Like just practice making things, I suppose. The other part of it is like there's a lot of different sides to making a language. Like what are you interested in? Do you want to make a runtime system? Do you want to focus on the language design? Are you more interested in compilers? Like there's like a language is made up of a series of related but separate fields. Like I wouldn't know anything about making a runtime system. Like you could just be you could just do garbage collection. That could be the whole thing you're interested in, and that would give you enough stuff to work on for a lifetime, really, I think. Oh, there's so much dust on here. I like books. Books look great. Honey, come on. So, what was I doing? Trying to work out why this thing fails. Let's try and do that. What is a runtime system? Like your virtual machine, for example. Like, you know, how does your code actually run? Because you're going to compile it to something. Could be machine code, could be bytecode. So, like, what is the thing that evaluates your bytecode? Or when your machine code is actually running, what is it doing? Because you're going to have like memory management. How are you going to do memory allocation? How are you going to represent all the different types in memory? You know, do you have generics? How do they work? Do you have type classes? How do they work? You know, what actually is happening at sort of bits and bytes level? It's kind of fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but every single piece of making a language is huge. So, what do you think the smart thing to do is? I'm kind of tempted to take this end file that isn't working for us, and then maybe make a test in. Yes, newbie. Make a test in this repo. And .env parser test.gleam. Make a test and see if it passes to what we expect it to be testing to. Gleam isn't a programming language. It's just a formatter for Erlang. Ouch, Haley. That is mean. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, newbie. He's on my desk, and he's tolerating being stroked, possibly even enjoying being stroked. So that's a good bit of progress. So, something. Oh, but now I've got to escape all of these doohickeys. Heresy. Which one's heresy? Something I said. We can go further. Erlang is just a DSL for C. I mean, Erlang used to compile. Originally, Erlang was a library for Prolog. Then I think it became like a preprocessor for Prolog. Then there was a project to compile Erlang to C, and then which surprisingly turned out not to be very fast. And then someone made a virtual machine. Ooh. Oh, I mean, there's been a few virtual machines. I think the first virtual machine was called Jam, which was Joe's abstract machine. And then I think there's been 2 virtual machines, both called Beam. I'm slightly forgetting my Erlang history now. So let's try and work out how to use the parser, eh? Oops. Gosh, there's a lot of things in this directory. Parser, pass. Kiwi pairs. Nice, that looks really good. So let's import internal. Honey, come on. come on. Come on. I'm working. Oh. No, don't get a moment's peace. I don't like all these snippet things that keep popping up. What are we using for assertions here? Nope. Oh, I keep pausing for Copilot to do something, but I've turned it off. That's so funny. How does the Beam VM stack up against all the advances made in program languages and computing over in general over the years? I don't know what you mean, because like the Beam has been around those years, so like it has been continuously improved. It's not like they just stopped, you know. How do I turn? I quite want to know how to turn off like insertion of the second quote at some points. Yes. Ooh, it does drop it. Look at that. That's interesting. I understand in the 80s, languages and runtimes were not that sophisticated. It's quite interesting. I mean, for starters, the Beam wasn't made in the 80s. There was loads of runtime systems that come before that. The Beam is relatively new, but it's also, you know, it's been worked on continuously the entire time. And you know, we got a JIT a couple of years ago. That made a big difference. But the interesting thing about Erlang and the Beam and all that jazz is that they were really ahead of their time. All the stuff that they were building into the language is stuff that everyone else didn't have, and still largely don't have, and only just starting to get. And that's because they were targeting like the world of telecoms. You know, telecoms are really weird. You know, this is the 80s, and this is the 90s, and like it's really weird. We've got to make all these applications that have like really high concurrency and have really low latency, and have got to be fault tolerant, and you've got to be able to do loads of things at once. And like if something goes wrong over here, it shouldn't impact the rest of the calls. Like, oh, really weird and niche. Well, that's just the internet. Like every application looks like that today. So they really had it, like, you know, a couple of decades head start on all the other ecosystems, and largely things are just playing catch up. So a lot of the things that you would use Kubernetes for, if you're writing like a Go program, for example, in Erlang, it's just there. It's just built into the system. Another interesting comparison with Golang is how they do garbage collection. So there's loads of talk about how that's the wrong word. It's really cool how Go's garbage collection has been optimized, not for throughput. So like the JVM, for example, can probably process more data than in the same amount of time than Go can. But it's been optimized to have as few pauses as possible. So you're like, for example, your P99 is going to have pretty good latency. That's really cool. So loads of work went into making that garbage collection algorithm work really well. So their global pauses are really small. But the Erlang folks just did it in a very different way. In Erlang, every single process, which is like a Go routine, has its own memory arena. And so the garbage collection happens at the process level, at the individual coroutine level. That's brilliant. There is no stop the world. And you can have like what is effectively a comparatively quite unsophisticated garbage collection algorithm, but because you're running it concurrently and there's no stop the world, it ends up having an even better P99. Like Erlang is super reliable and predictable. Can Rust do all the things that the Beam does? Not No, not really. I mean, they're different things. Like you could use Rust to implement. You could use Rust to implement the kind of things the Beam does. Like you could write your program so that every task has its own memory arena, and you could use some kind of, I don't know. You wouldn't get the error bulk codes in the same way. It'd be really hard to do hot code upgrades. Yeah, kind of. I mean, like Rust can do anything. Like Rust is just C. Like here you go, here's the machine, off you go, figure it out. But it's not there for you. You have to implement it, which probably sucks. I think comparing Rust to almost anything else is a bit silly, really. So let's try and work out what's going on inside this parse array. We're going to want to debug some things. Oh, but now I don't want to run all the other tests. Let's comment out the other tests. People always ask me, "Hey Louis, how do you run only one test if you're using Gleam?" And I'm like, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I would really like that. Okay, so first thing we print is, oh, that's interesting. That's not the algorithm I would have gone for. And the next thing, okay, we've got a queue. Pop first of empty. Are there any plans to bootstrap Gleam? Will it forever be implemented in Rust? It will all, yeah, there's no reason. I don't believe there's any reason to bootstrap a language unless you are trying to do that at the same time you're developing it to prove that your language is capable of doing that and to give you a large project to work on. Which isn't like we're there. We're already finished. We have more interesting and useful things to build than another compiler. You know, like for example, web servers, web frameworks. You know, that kind of jazz. If you or like businesses, let's just make businesses. You know, if we were to tomorrow decide to bootstrap the compiler, we'd probably spend the next 2 years working very hard to get to the same place. And from all of the users' point of view, we released nothing for 2 years. And then we finally released a compiler that is slightly harder to install and runs slower. That sucks. That's rubbish. Bootstrapping makes it easier to contribute though. I don't know if that's true. Like I like from talking to the contributors, like everyone says that the Rust in the Gleam compiler's code base is surprisingly approachable. And the thing that people struggle with is not the fact it's written in Rust, it's the fact it's a compiler. And I'm not super sure that yeah, would it be clearer if it was written in Gleam? I don't know. Maybe. My Rust is pretty simple. Like one of the draws of Gleam is that it ends up being simple. Honey, you gotta stop complaining all the time. Don't get a cat. They're awful. Yeah, so like if I could spend 2 years making a new compiler, or I could spend 2 years making things that people want, I know which one of those two things is more appealing to me. I think it's kind of a trap. I think it like feels good. Feels like really proving something. Feels like really proving something. And I love Gleam and I like making compilers. So like, oh, exciting. But I don't think it's going to make things better. Pop last if empty. That's an interesting thing to do. Okay. 2 pairs. Okay, what does 2 pairs do? Honey, come on. So this is redundant, right? Oh, have I deleted the wrong thing? Oh, cats are rubbish. Yeah, so that was... I'm going to feed him again. He's bullying me. He knows that I'm on stream, and so I'm going to like do things to make him shut up. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you found the code base easy to approach. That's really nice. Oh, and I'm glad you think that the PR got merged quickly. I'm really struggling to keep up with all the not struggling, but like it's become a lot of work to keep up with all the issues and pull requests and things. So everything takes a lot longer than I expect it to be. So I'm really glad that yeah, I'm really glad that yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. Many of our contributors contribute to the compiler before they've written Gleam at all. That's true, but I think that will probably change in like a couple of years, right? Like more people will have written Gleam. All right, come on, newbie, let's give you things. I'm gonna have to like pay someone to come to my house and distract my cat while I'm streaming. Oh, it's just cat hair on everything now. Cats are rubbish. I love cats. My cat's the best. My little boy. So where do we think this is going, eh? So debug. Okay. Why does it drop? Why does it drop that? I don't understand this algorithm. Like, why don't you just like parse it line by line? Like, surely that would be easier. Do you think they would mind if I just like rewrote this? Expand new lines. There are multi-line values, that's why. Oh, okay. Okay. So why do you so what's the expected format for this then? Is it using regex? Oh, it is using regex. That's a shame. Oh, it's because they want to be able to Lexus string nicely. Okay. Yeah. Be a lot faster if you pull this out the top. I mean, it's an M file. Like the file's tiny. It doesn't matter. So the bit I'm struggling with here is that I don't actually understand what the intent is with. Oh, I'm in the way as well. Like that's annoying. Maybe I'll move myself somewhere. I make myself smaller. I'll go over here for now. So the bit I'm a bit confused about is like what is the expected format meant to be? Like I see that I'm printing like it's okay, so it's like key value space key value, right? So can I just drop the spaces? What's with the gloves? They're compression gloves. They help with repetitive strain injury. I think they're sold for like arthritis and stuff mostly, but they just help my hands feel less achy if I'm using a keyboard a lot. And I'm cosplaying as a as some kind of, I don't know, railway hopping vagabond, rather than just some dude who like stays in his house all the time. Emo kid. I do have enough hair. I could let my hair down and do the whole like return to what I was when I was a teenager, and I just couldn't see out of one eye for like a good 3 years. I don't know. What do you think the right thing is to do? Curious if you've had any relief since using NeoVim full time. I've been using Vim has been my main editor for like, well, okay. So I started using Vim over a decade ago, and I switched to VS Code a few years ago because I wanted to use Linux. No, that's not what I meant. Because I wanted to use Windows because I kept getting bug reports from Windows, and as an old Linux dude, I was like, I don't know anything about this. So I spent like a year or two with Windows, and then I had to switch to VS Code because I couldn't get Vim to work there. And then I just sort of stayed there afterwards. And now I've gone back to NeoVim, and it's all got really shiny and nice since I was last year. Yeah, if I use a different editor, I just can't use a computer. It just doesn't work for me. This sucks. Or say repeated skill issue. Oh, it's true. It's true. I just don't know what the correct way to do this is. This is frustrating to me. Okay, so what? Let's take one of these tests. Not that one. Let's take this test and see what that prints. Because this has a so this is an empty line. This is a useful line. This is an empty line. This is an empty line. So what would that be like? Empty string, 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 empty string, empty string, maybe. And they have, oh look, there's no empty strings in here. Oh, interesting. What's going on there? So that makes me think that the splitting bit is the one that's at fault. So let's comment that back out again. So where's the splitteroo? Lines to list. Oh. Oh no. Wait, but this one does split it. This is like if the line is wait. If the line is a new line, or if it's oh no, it's just too complicated for me. Maybe I'm just gonna like open an issue and then I'm gonna let the guy fix it. Oh, you're on Twitch as well now. I was wondering where you were reading the comments from. Yeah. I worked it out. I got bullied into using Twitch, which I'm actually liking because people chat a lot more on Twitch. So now we're doing both. I feel like we could probably rewrite this to. I think if this wasn't using regex, this would be easier to work with. Or at least for me. I'm just saying that because I'm like not really a regex person. Is comment. Couldn't it still be a comment even if like it does trim? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. How could a new line possibly happen? What is the regex? Line regex. Bloody hell. Oh no. Oh no. How long is it? Oh no. Oh no. Like, I mean, this is entirely a skill issue on my part. The guy did write this and he was happy with it, so that's cool, but I'm just not a regexy person. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? This is going to be like outside of my ability. Oh, skill issue. This is, I've just got to get good. Okay, so, what do? I guess I just open an issue. Oh, the author's here. Hello, dude. Welcome. I'm not a regex person either. I absolutely hate it. Yeah. I mean, I really like the library with the exception of this bug. And I can't just filter out the new lines because there could be a new line in a key. Is that right? No, let's go back to I can probably hack a solution until there's a proper one. So if we look at the to pairs thing, it always only ever... Oh no, but I can't just get rid of empty strings because the empty string could be a value. But if an empty string is a key, then that's probably... If an empty line is a key, that's wrong. I can probably work on a PR to move it to pattern matching if you don't mind. Hey, that would be cool. I took a JavaScript version, and this is a direct port. Oh, that's why it looks like this. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah. Get it done. Like, find an existing reference and just work with it. Awesome. You could maybe look at like the library called Tom, the Toml parser. That's got a bunch of patterns you can copy in it probably. Oh, I love writing parsers in Gleam. Oh, there's no reason for me to give tips. Everybody already knows what they're doing. More so than me. Okay, so my theory is, if there's ever a key that is an empty string, that's a problem, right? I mean, it's a hacky solution to like just skip over any empty string keys, but like it would fix the problem. Is that appropriate or is that rubbish? Also, I've got to like, how do I get, so this one is that many pixels and this one is this many pixels. Just got to reposition myself. Ooh, here we go. We already have 4. I kind of wanted to make one as well. Another thing I'd like in this library is 2 things I would like. 3 things I would like. This bug fixed. I'm now demanding things. I'd really like, you know, the parsing to work. That'd be cool. Goddamn JavaScript causing me problems again. I think the builder pattern would be nice for, like in place, like a builder for this would be nice just to make it a bit more concise. And because I think you might want to add more options to it in the future, and you'll get very verbose. The other thing I would really like to have, I'd like to be able to have an example file, and so you could say like the main file is .env. And then there's a .env.example. And if this exists, but this doesn't, then you can raise like a helpful, hey, did you forget to create your env file? And then the big problem I have with .env files is if the actual .env is not in Git. And so like one of your teammates adds a new secret or piece of config or something, and then commits it to Git, and then you do git pull, you don't realize that this env file, this .env.example file has changed. So there's like an extra key. So you could read both of them, pass both of them, and then you say, if there's ever a key inside this one that isn't inside this one, like show a warning or an error or something. I think that'd be super useful. That's just a feature that I that I intend to steal from Deno. Till now, I only understood you were trying to migrate to Gleam. I'm not migrating from anything. I'm Gleam through and through now. I'm very Gleam. So yeah, I just want I think that would be like really nice, foolproof. Oh, did I actually make an issue for it? Is that what's happened? Did I already? Yay, nice. That's really awesome. It wasn't even me. Great minds think alike. More of a Durenv person. That's the next one, right? Durenv. D-I-Renv. Build with Nix. How does it work? Where do I see it? In 21 repositories. 21 repositories. That's a lot of repositories. There we go. Written in what on earth is going on here? Why does this keep happening to me? Like, GitHub is really making me think I should check out React, because since they've moved to React, it's been really nice. top quality stuff. Like, oh, so good. What is this rubbish? This never used to happen. Go. Okay, so it's not. Okay, interesting. So I want this template to be as approachable as possible, and the idea that your application just reads from a file is quite easy to understand. So like that would be a nice basic, a nice general thing to give people, and then if somebody else wants to change it, they can, you know, make something more. Oh, G, where the G is Gleam. Oh yeah, original Gleam. How many people are here anyway? Ooh. Oh, there's a bunch of people. Very exciting. So I'm not going to be able to fix this. What do we do? We could use a different one. It's not very satisfying. Every time someone mentions the library, I thought, oh dear, I brought that stuff into the world. Okay, so I mean, there isn't. Okay, so there are other .env libraries. So the reason I picked this one over the other ones is that it wouldn't error if the file isn't there. So like there's multiple ways to go about it. The one that uses Nibble may already have a good parser. Like I don't really mind which one is the one to go with, so long as one of them works. Like Glenville, that's older. So this is new. Oh, but this one's even newer. 1 hour ago? What changed 1 hour ago? Wow. Gosh, you're really on this. You're such a ninja. What? Let's find out. If anyone hasn't seen this, it's brilliant. It's if you go to Hex on a package and if you click on this button, you can view all the source code, and it's like actually the stuff that's uploaded to the package manager. So like if you know, GitHub might be right, but it might not because the tag might be in the right place. But if you go to this one, it shows you the diff between the last versions. So when you upgrade some packages, you can review the changes and discover they've sneaked in some horrible backdoor. Sinks into the chair. No, this is cool. I love that you're making stuff that's useful. Ah, it's the comment thing that we were looking at. Nice. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Cool. I dig it. I guess I just ignore it for a while. We'll see next time we stream what the situation is. Do you want to save changes? Nah. I can just get rid of all this now, can't I? How do you is it get clean? No. I'm gonna give n? What does that do? Okay, I guess get clean is none of these things. Boom. There we go, that's the fix. Nobody put lines in things. Envoy. So Envoy is one that I made, and it just reads environment variables. It doesn't do .env stuff. Your Vim setup has animations. Does it? Oh, what did it? Oh, it's the I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this thing where it has a little animation. It's cute, right? I found it really distracting at first, but now I kind of like it. And then I found it really distracting, tried to turn it off, realized I didn't know how to use NeoVim with Lua, and then I just I guess I'm just going to keep it. Now I like it. Oh dear. Good, well I'm glad we know why it doesn't work now. Classic NeoVim. I used NeoVim from before version 0.1. It was great, and then I didn't use it for a while, and they added all these things like Lua, and I just don't really know what's going on anymore. Nice. What do we do now? What have we actually achieved today? Document. No, I haven't done that. Maybe I could do that. That could be a thing to do, I suppose. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to make that key generator. That'd be really cool. So let's go over to Wisp and yes, Wisp secret generate. Yeah, random string. Generate a random string of the given length. Nice. So I thought, oh, that's not by one. Yeah. So we've got to make Gleam part of Lua to be able to script Neovim with it. Hell yeah, that sounds cool. Primagen? How do we pronounce that? Gave you an open invite to talk about Gleam on his channel. Any thoughts? I had a look at some of the. I watched some of the sort of like the sort of guest things, and it was all kind of sales pitchy. And I don't have a sales pitch, like in me prepared. So I don't know. I'd be happy to like just chat, but preparing things takes a bunch of time, and I kind of just want to like work on things instead. Hey, thanks for dropping by, and good luck on your code learning journey. Yeah, hopefully in a year's time you can come back and tell us all the amazing stuff you've done. Or join the Gleam Discord. Loads of lovely people who would be happy to help you, I'm sure. So I think it'd be really cool if can you test it? Yeah, I guess you can find a way to do that. So no, that's not what I should do. Secure strong random bytes. Okay, so I could just make it like a strong random string. Whoops. Test document. But then I need to get the arguments. I don't really want to have. Okay, maybe this is a bad idea. I thought it would be nice if maybe they should go in Whisper then. Yes. Okay, so the developer experience I'm thinking of is strong of, I don't know, like 16. So I thought it'd be really cool if you could be in a Gleam project and you could say Gleam run Gleam crypto generate random string like that. And it just like spits out a string for you. But then I don't particularly want a crypto library to depend upon like argv, like the library for getting argv. Maybe it can. Is that fine? But maybe it should be in Wisp instead. What do we think? Hey Daniel, welcome. Maybe Wisp is the most sensible place for it. I mean, I do like the idea of there being a secure random string. Do I? I don't know. I'm going to defer this decision. What's secure here? It means it uses a secure source of randomness. So it's safe. It's suitable to use as like to generate API tokens or I've been messing with the compiler, so it does. I've been messing with the compiler, which means the cache metadata format's changed, which means that you will never need to do this because when there's a new release, it like flushes the cache for you. But because I'm using the nightly build, I have to manually flush the cache. So the reason I like it to be in the crypto module is because it can be used by everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if you're using Wisp. Like, oh, look, I can conveniently generate a token. Like, I think Python has some way of doing that as well. Hey, welcome. Wisp. I don't mind Wisp depending on argv. Arg. What's it doing? No, don't do that. Import arg. Why isn't it completing? What? Oh, it's because it was completing. It just didn't know about argv yet. There we go. So what did I call it? Random. Oh. Okay. Dude is good enough for now. It's not amazing. Some proper error handling would be nice. String. Yeah, exactly. Like I thought it'd be cool to. So I'm in my Wisp app and I can see like Gleam run Wisp random string 16. So we're like, here's how you generate your pop. Here's how you generate your ooh. Here's how you generate a token that you can use for something. Watching your series, it made me realize how interested I am in Gleam. Oh, okay, so like, I'm gonna have to say something. YouTube's UI really helpfully puts like an icon over the end of the line, so I can't see the end of the line. Bump. Okay, watching your series has made me realize how interested I am in Gleam and how much I miss my days as a professional Erlang programmer. Oh, yeah, thank you. And like, professional Erlang programmer, that's cool. There's like not as many Erlang jobs as there should be. So yeah, I want to have this. So that in the like making a new Wisp app thing, it's like, and if you want to have a token, if you want to like replace your secret key base with one from Wisp random string, blah, 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 blah. That kind of thing. I think that'd be nice. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm happy with that, I think. What I don't like is if bang. Okay, that's expected, but if I do that, that's a rubbish. That's a rubbish error message. No, I don't like ye. No like ye. So how are we going to do this? Oh, excuse me. I'm not talking much. I'm not being very entertaining. I'm getting a wee bit tired, you know. I've been going for a little while, so. What do I call it? Random string. That's not quite what I want. I didn't. Suitable for use as a secret. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. Like a wee gap at the top of it, though. That's annoying. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Keep pressing funny buttons. Yeah, I mean, that kind of looks okay. And what if we said that? Crash. Unable parsing. That's rubbish. We really need to improve how that error gets printed. Is there any reason between the strong UTF-8 requirement in Gleam, even for path buff? Could you give me what do you mean? Like when, as in you want to use non-UTF-8 paths for something? What's the use case? Probably to avoid tons of string types. I've forgotten what I said that you're replying to me. No, don't know. Not sure. Oh, as in like, okay, so why do we have, I don't know, so you said path buff, which makes me think you're talking about the Gleam compiler rather than the Gleam language, because the path buff is a class in Rust. So I don't know but you could be talking about Gleam using strings for paths, like in Gleam code. Like both of those could be correct, I'm not sure. Yeah, is that okay? We really need to improve that error message. It would be nice if, yeah, maybe we want to be able to halt the VM really. Maybe that's not the right thing. Is it println error? Oh. In the Gleam compiler, UTF-8 path buff. Yeah, if you've got a reason, if you've got like a good use case for why we should support non-Unicode paths, that's cool. But I don't think I've ever seen I've never come across a time when someone intentionally used them. So it's easier for us to make the compiler a lot simpler. Not a lot simpler, but like a bit simpler. Cool. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, well, I've been doing this for a whole bunch of time. So, oh my gosh, nearly 3 hours. My longest ever stream. Whoa, how exciting. And now I'm tired. And now that the cat's finally stopped nagging me about giving him more food, I think it's time for me to feed myself. So I think that leaves one question. Who do we raid? Which is rapidly becoming my favourite bit of Twitch, like finding someone to throw people at. Any suggestions, anybody? Everyone I follow is offline at the moment. Oh my gosh, the Pramigan's got like 11,500 people watching him. Yeah, that's got to be the one, hasn't it? I think you are 100% right there. TJ? How do we pronounce that? Tej. Oh, I've created the raid. Here we go, everybody. And bye, everybody on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for dropping by. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. And bye, YouTube.